Talk to him. Go ahead. Sweet
right.
Don Lawrence.
All right, how's everyone doing this fine Wednesday?
Oh, Don.
What a beautiful day it was.
Yes, it
These
was.
guys' days.
What was that?
I don't know. It's too much sound. Can't turn the sound down. Hang on. Oh, wrong way. Yep. There goes your mortgage card.
Sweet Don Lawrence.
All right. We got that. We got that. You ready to rock? It's almost 7. We got about 30 seconds. That's it. Find it for you. Here it is. $5 fee. $5 fee.
All right,
Ready?
let's go.
I'm Scott.
I'm Don.
And we're talking real estate. You guys, listen. Don has had 74 jolt calls today. He was running around the office. It was. I got here and it was insane. So his hair might catch on fire. It might be a ridiculous.
I think I'm crashing now.
I never seen him so fired up. He's definitely jovial today, ladies and gentlemen. He is not just going to be a stick in the mud today.
So I had a Coke today, a large, half, and
You're killing me.
I very rarely get soda.
So couple quick shout outs to the
Round up.
first folks on the show. Melissa LaVenis in the house. How are you, girl? Steve Kreitz, as always, my man. Jared Brayer, Billy Ferguson, Julie Long. All kinds of good folks on today. All kinds of good folks. We have a ridiculous show for you. Not as ridiculous as the Joker and Batman from yesterday, but we have Darla from Impact Home Staging Experts today. She's freaking awesome.
You're gonna love her.
She knows everything.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there going,
Yeah.
tell me more. I was awesome.
And think about this: if you can keep this guy quiet while you're talking, you're doing really
You're
good.
doing real good.
It.
Yeah,
So
you're doing real
I gotta
good.
give props to Darla. Go ahead and go.
So, Don, let's start with easy stuff, all right? Question of the show. Let's go there first. So, question of the show is, what are you doing to enjoy this great weather? Okay? I'll tell you a quick story, Don. I very rarely wear long sleeve shirts, but it was cold this morning, so I had a nice long polo, like a quarter zip. Okay, I wore that to school today. I come out, it's 105 degrees outside. I was sweating everywhere. It was ridiculous. It was crazy. It was an insane thing. So, folks, what are you doing to enjoy this great weather?
Hey, so I'll tell you a little story. This afternoon I went and had my lunch with a burger and a Coca-Cola. I went to a local park, and I sat in the sun for 30 minutes and got the sun on my face. Just sat outside.
Don, do you use those the metal things, the reflector things? Is that one of the things you do?
No, I don't.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Billy Ferguson, are we okay? Let me check with you, buddy. Are we okay? You said a little static. Are we better now? Just want to make sure. Billy Ferguson, can you hear me?
But it was a great show. It was a great day.
Yeah, it was.
Great day. Some great
So,
weather.
the question
We have 2 more
again.
days, so how are you enjoying this great weather?
Right, what are you doing with this great weather? Because it ain't going to stick around forever. What are you doing with this great weather?
Scott told you how he's doing is putting on a shirt.
That's it. That's all.
Short sleeve shirt.
Yeah, short sleeve shirt. That's all I got.
And I went and enjoyed the sun.
All right, Don. So let's go. We're going to go to our
We got a new feature here today.
a new bit we got going. We got Christa from an undisclosed bunker at National Stats Center in Des Moines, Iowa. Christa, what's happening?
Welcome.
Hi, guys. How
got
are
the
you?
stats for us today? What's going on?
I do. I've got some stats for you. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am. So we're still static. I'm trying not to be staticky. We'll see what I can do here.
So how's that?
Just a little staticky. It's been better.
How's that data center working there? Everything
Pretty
going
good,
good?
pretty good.
Counting stuff?
Yep. So, we just closed out October, first month
Yeah.
of 2024.
Okay.
We got some good company stats for you. We're going to do 2019 October versus 2020 October.
Okay.
Awesome.
Right? So, what do you guys think? We just closed out October. How many closings do you think we had? More or less in 2020?
Go ahead.
That was premature.
That was. Go ahead. It's unbelievable.
It reminds me of some movie where they knocked the thing
You would
off.
never be on Family Feud. You'd never follow the
No, I
rules.
couldn't. No,
You'd be DQ'd.
I'm out.
What do you
Go
think?
ahead.
More or less in 2020 than 2019?
I'm going to say there were fewer.
Not correct.
Not correct?
Not
More.
correct. We
How you
were,
like that? So tell us, Krista. Tell us it.
we were exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same?
Exactly the same. 241 closings.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So what else you got for us?
Last year when things were normal, this year not so normal, and it's still the same. So
Yep.
our company's getting more market share. it looks like, huh?
Absolutely. So what else you got for us? Give us some more stats, girl. Give us some more stats.
All right. New listings in October. Do you think October 2020 was higher or lower than 2020?
I like that.
What we got?
I'm going to say listings were lower.
You are correct, but not by much. Not by much.
How much?
2019, we had 178 new listings. In 2020, we had 160 new listings.
I was lucky.
Yeah, it was not lucky. Come on. This is skill, my friend. This is skill. Even Babs Phillips says it's skill.
Yeah.
All right. One more.
All right,
You ready?
one more for you. New pending deals in October 2020 versus 2019.
Go ahead.
What you got, Don?
I'm going to say pending deals fewer.
You are incorrect.
Oh my gosh.
More?
Come on out.
We
Listen,
had
man,
more this
I don't know
year.
why,
Wait.
Chris. I don't even know why you even ask him. Okay, the guy is like he's on a
She
cola
had no
high.
choice. I won. I
So
tapped the
what?
buzzer quicker.
Steve Harvey would have threw you off the show already.
I got quick reflexes.
So, Krista, what you're saying basically, even though COVID-19 is going on, we're still seeing the same kind of great action.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Yep. Once we
what-
came back
what
in
do you
May, you guys really hit that ground running.
What do you think about Thanksgiving and Christmas? Think it's been pretty good or what?
I think so. We've already have, quite a few closings scheduled for this week, and we're not really slowing down. So I think we're going to keep going.
All right, so that's our girl
All right.
Krista from National Stats Center.
Thank you, Christa.
All right.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
joining
guys.
us.
And I'm
Thanks.
Krista with the stats.
Very nice, very
I love
nice,
it.
very nice.
I love
Bye,
it.
guys.
All right, Don. So listen, first of all, you can't tap you cheated on the tapping. Second, you didn't even know what the hell you were talking about.
I know. I was
You're killing
following the
All right,
direction.
so guys, let's
I was
talk.
totally
A quick
on it.
topic that one of our friends that's watching the show now, Melissa Levenis, threw at us, which going from renting to buying, so turning renters into homeowners.
Did she just do that recently?
No, she's not.
No. Okay. 'Cause I know she said she was painting and moved into something new. So, but yeah. So the topic today, from renting to buying, the process. We're going to kind of go over the process a little bit.
Yeah.
Here, so
And again, Don's on heavy Joe Cola, so it's not going to be boring. I promise you. Go ahead.
It's
Give us
gonna-
what do we got to do first, Don?
we're going to go through real quick, 1 through 5.
No, we're not. Go
All
ahead.
right. So number 1 is you're going to want to check your credit score. In these days, you can get free credit score, Karma Credit.
Yeah, but those
or-
suck. They're terrible.
But it gives you an idea what your credit score is. So
It
what would
gives you an idea.
What would
Okay.
you suggest then?
So I like Score Sense. Gives you all 3 scores. Score Sense is the one I use.
Is it free?
No, it's $20
Okay,
a
that's
month.
what I'm talking about, ones that are free.
Free. You're all
So
about the
just
free,
what-
buddy.
So people have an idea of it. And you can go get a credit report from each of the bureaus, one free one a year. So you can do that too. But you have to
Okay.
get all 3 of
So
them.
you got to be above what, probably?
to get a mortgage, your credit worthiness has to be 660 and above.
Okay. I mean, there's like extenuating circumstances sometimes, but that's a pretty good number. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
So number 2,
If you're close to that 660, like 650, 52 or something, we can probably help. You probably get some help, and we can have you talk to somebody. So there's other things that can get you into a mortgage.
Yeah. So number 2, budgeting for homeownership. Okay. The key word is save, 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 save. That's your best move. Okay. Is to save some dough. All right. Save some money up so that you can put it toward down payment. I've seen 3% down. I've seen 5% down, 10% down, 3.5% down as FHA. Right. That's the best move. Okay. There's a couple other things you can do to make this work though. Okay. If you're a first time home buyer, you can use the Mishta program that my good friend Mike McLaughlin's ace on. They give you $7,500 toward down payment. I've seen clients go in with $1,000 or less, right? So that's another thing.
It's incredible.
But here's the rub, though, because I got a client that's paying that off now as they sell. It sticks with your house unless it's just there's a couple special times that Mishta has made it not that way, but it usually sticks with your house as a second loan.
Right.
So when you go to sell, you got to pay it back.
Yeah, but the way the market's been the last few years, the appreciation, you get that back in no time. So,
Yeah. So what do you got for? So other couple of let me finish up first. A couple other things. You can get a gift from a relative. Okay, you get a gift from a relative.
Mom, Dad,
Yeah, please help me,
Help me.
help me. You can get that. Okay, you can also borrow
I'll
from your
move out of the
401k.
house if you
Yeah.
help.
I'll stop eating all your food. I'll stop.
Yeah.
My mom was so happy when I moved out. She's like, all the damn food is still in the house now.
I don't have to guess.
The last way is I see people use their 401ks sometimes. So to fund your home purchase, save 1, 2, try down payment assistance, 3, gift from a relative, and 4, 401k borrow. Okay, so those are the ways you can fund it, fund the closing costs and down payment and stuff.
And
What do you got for number 3?
And that 401k, you definitely want that to be the very last option. You want to keep putting money into your retirement fund. Number 3 would be to meet with a realtor like us, so you can go over the whole process and you can explain the whole process to you and step by step and what to expect and how the future will play out.
Okay, so definitely that's number 3. Number 4 is clarify your priorities with a home. Don and I see this one a lot. Okay, my mom said, "Hey, let me stop." Chris Bergeron says, "It's not true. I cried when you and Julie moved out." So yeah, I know, but you saved a lot of food, Ma. So don't worry. So clarify your priorities in a home.
Would you want them?
I'm not moving back. No.
Move back?
No. So I see this a lot, especially with first-time home buyers.
Of course, your mom would say yes. I'm sure
You're killing me.
She would love to have you come
I'm
back.
trying to get through topic number thing for her. You too much Joe Cola, guys. This is what happens. He gets off the rails. So clarify our priorities in a home. I see a lot of first-time home buyers that just kind of don't know where they want to go. So a good agent is going to help them clarify a little bit. Say, okay, we want to be not completely specific, but at least, okay, where would you like to live relatively, right? Far close to work? Do you want to live by family? That's a lot of people's choices there. What do you want in a home? And a lot of times I get this, like, what do you want? Well, I want a fence. I want this. And there's some things you just can't search for, but that's that's how that goes.
I need a large bedroom because I got a king size bed. So those are huge furniture, and you have to get into the houses to see that sort of stuff. So
yeah, absolutely.
But it's all part of that process. And number 5, this one's part of the talking about the whole process. But when you do submit an offer, you want to make sure you have a private inspection. And
yeah, guys, get a private inspection. I'm telling you right now.
Important.
I'm working with a client right now who didn't get a private inspection, and it's just it scares me to think there's people that say that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Amber, you have no idea what Joe Cola is? Joe Cola was a drink, I think, in the 80s and 90s that they marketed. It was the highest percent of caffeine, Amber. That's what it was. And Melissa Levenis, yes. Why rent when you can buy, even if you're fresh out of college? I agree with you 100%. Quick shout out to a couple of people. My cousin Nancy's in the house. Carol Pursuit is here making it happen. And Babs Phillips.
Always there.
Always there. Always there.
So is Joe Cola still around?
I don't think it's still around. I don't think so. I just know that it would, Don, that's what you felt like. As you're doing this like I always do, right? That's what you're doing.
I was playing your role.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. So, guys, that's the things turning a renter into a homeowner. Okay. That's how that goes. So
let's go back and ask the question of the day, the week of the show. What are you doing to enjoy this great weather?
Right, guys. So what are you doing to enjoy this great weather? And the funny thing is that question of the show winner today gets some sweet heat. Yes, I saw the one, the only Ryan Looney from Mitten Maid Pickling Co. today, and it gave me some sweet heat. This thing, people loved it when we brought on the show when he was here. The sweet heat is what you win tonight. The sweet heat. Awesome. So what are you doing to enjoy the great weather? Throw it in the comments for us. We'd love to see what you're doing. My sister, all she puts is, I'm here. Yes, you are, sister. I love you very much. I love you very much. All right,
so up next is the City Spotlight. And the City Spotlight is this week?
City Spotlight is East Point, Michigan. Now, I was going to throw the hashtag up. I think I still got it here. It's still East Detroit to me, buddy. It's still East Detroit. Right. It's a Kid Rock play off of What's the Matter with the Car I'm Driving? It's still East Detroit to me.
That sounds like Billy Joel.
It is. It's exactly. It's a spoof off that. He did a Still East Detroit to me.
I haven't heard that song. That'd be cool.
Think about it. They changed it. They changed it because they don't want to be East Detroit.
They did. You're right.
They probably change it back now because Detroit's cool now. So
it is.
And so tell me about East Detroit, Don. What do we got going on?
So currently on the market, 52 homes.
Okay.
Pending, meaning under contract at this moment, 124.
Holy crap!
124.
So twice as many as active.
Yes, it's awesome.
So don't tell my girlfriend that because she loves the east side. The east side, she'd always tell me about the east side all the time, how crazy the east side is, how much better it is. So it's cranking. So 52 pending, 52 active, and 124 pending. It's like double, more than double.
And in the last 30 days closed,
Yep.
50.
50. Wow.
That's some big numbers.
What kind of prices are you talking about?
Average sale price, $115,000 for about a 1,200 square foot house.
So $115. Okay, so almost $100 a square. Okay, not bad, not bad. So again, if you call it East Detroit, they might get some more dough because East Detroit's a cool thing these days. So that's a city spotlight,
Hey,
ladies
so
and
the
gentlemen.
interesting thing in East Point is that average days on market 12. I was
Really?
very surprised by that. Most of them are 20 and something like that. But you always have those outliers that are taking a long time to sell or been on the market for a few months. In this, when you average all that out, it comes out to a higher number. 12 days on that's pretty
That's
good.
not bad. That's
Pretty
not bad at
doggone
all.
Good. That's a
Yeah.
hot market.
That's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. So
All right.
again, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to the question of the show real quick. What are you doing to enjoy this great weather? Because it is not going to be here forever. It will not be here forever. So what are you doing? You got yard work.
Yard
That's
work.
lame. Yard work.
I ran in the sunshine. Oh, that's a good one.
We're getting a house ready for Scott. Yes, it is. Steve Kreutz, that's my man. I ran in the sunshine, enjoyed the weather, and detailed my car. Detailed my car. I detailed mine.
I need somebody to detail.
This is
mine.
awesome.
I did get my car washed today too, by the way.
Where's the East Detroit boundary? You know where that's at?
8 Mile.
Well, I don't know if it's East Detroit, though. I don't think so. We'll see.
It's 8 Mile.
Cleaning my yard with Uncle
Whoever asked
Teddy.
that question.
It's your mom.
That's my mom.
Babs. There he is,
doesn't
Rich
know.
Roberts in the house.
8 Mile. Look
Building
it
our
up.
outdoor movie screen.
Google it. Google Maps.
Building our outdoor movie screen, Don. Building our outdoor movie screen. Hanging
Really?
outside with my dogs. Getting ready for the 14th annual outdoor Christmas kickoff movie this weekend. That's awesome.
Hey, hello, Rich. How you doing?
Rich is the man. If you didn't know, he's one of the guys that donated. He's the gentleman that donated to the Pumpkin Challenge last week. So
Thank you.
definitely
Rich.
a good guy. Definitely a good guy. So the moment that everybody's been waiting for. Okay, the moment everybody's been waiting for. We've got Darla from Impact Home Staging Experts. You just got to listen, folks, because she knows a ton of stuff.
We're
So
gonna
we got
ask-
Darla in the house today. Come on in, Darla. Absolutely.
We're gonna ask
Give her
Darla.
Darla.
We're gonna ask Darla one question, and she's just gonna talk for this.
That's it. Because that's what was happening.
I'm just gonna talk your
It
ear
was
out.
it was awesome. Like we talked, and it was like all of a sudden you took one thing and it would turn into a whole bunch of stuff. It was great.
Well, there's so much. This is not easy stuff.
No, I agree with you.
Everybody thinks it's simple interior
Yeah.
design. We're just having a little fun.
Yeah.
A little fun.
yeah.
That's what they think about
I
real
like
estate
that.
too. They think that I love showing houses. That's not it. That's just where you start, right? That's just where you
Of
start.
course. of
So
course.
how long have you been doing staging? Have you been in the staging business? How long have you been in it?
17 years.
Holy
17.
crap.
Wow.
17 years. So we started this business when nobody even knew in the metro area what the word staging even was. It was
Yeah.
before it was hot on HGTV, and now everybody's introducing some version of it. Sometimes it's done right, and sometimes they call it staging when they put a plant in a corner. By the way, that's not staging. Just saying.
What is
That's
that?
not staging. That was it.
I'm just saying that's not staging.
That was really good. Yeah.
That's an agent saying, "Hey, do that." Move
Yeah,
this
that's
way."
right. Move this over.
I have no pet peeves of staging, or when realtors say that they stage a house and they took a little nightstand or an end table, or even like a side table, which actually would go next to a sofa, and then they put a lamp on it and they put it in an empty bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they call that staging.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, that's not staging.
I didn't do that. It wasn't the right thing to
So
do.
tell
No,
us what.
I'm sorry. When you did that was wrong.
That's wrong, Don. What's the matter
That's
with
wrong,
you?
Don.
Smack his hand. Go ahead. See, that's exactly what you do. So tell us what staging is then.
Well, staging is often confused with interior design. So you want to make sure that you understand the difference, because when you're explaining this either to a home seller, they need to understand this, and realtors also need to know it, because there's a lot of confusion with that
Concepts,
word, that
yep,
concept.
yep.
So staging is very much is not personal.
Okay.
It's really focused on making the space feel bigger, making the space feel livable, making people understand like the scale, because small houses actually look way bigger when they're staged properly.
Mhm.
And big homes that have a lot of cavernous space feel warm and inviting. But without staging, it could feel like a bowling alley, or,
Yeah.
I live here.
Yeah. I got you.
So, but it is definitely not high style. It's not like necessarily going to go, although we have a lot of trendy things that we put into our design, because we're always reinvesting in our inventory.
Yep.
We're always on trend, but you can't have 100% of everything that's in the house is on trend.
Sure.
You know, I couldn't afford to do a stage.
Yeah.
If
You'd be a broke stager. You'd be the broke stager.
I would be the broke stager, and your staging would be like 4 times as expensive. So nobody wants to pay me that.
Yeah, right.
So we have to really manage our inventory use and still be on trend, but manage all of the deliverables so that the home is turned into a product versus your own personal residence.
Yep.
Whether or not it's a vacant home or an occupied house, that the goal is the same.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to merchandise, because that's what staging is. It's merchandising. It's not design. So that it is marketable, because it's a marketing tool.
Yep.
To get to the biggest number of buyers.
Yep.
Right.
And quite honestly, in today's day, if you're, the market's so hot, if you're not getting more than 3 offers right now, you're probably leaving money on the table somewhere.
Sure.
And
Wow.
And it may not be money. It may be finding the first perfect buyer that will provide you with the perfect terms that the seller needs.
Yep.
So the seller may need 60 days to close.
Yep.
The seller may need you to waive the inspection because they know there's something kind of funny going on. They may need, or they're personally connected to it, and they want to make sure that the person who's buying it is just like the perfect person for this house.
Sure.
I had a friend that turned down an offer on a house, actually accepted an offer that was $10,000 less because he liked the buyers better.
Yeah.
No kidding.
So, but he was so connected to that house. He put his blood and creativity into it, and it was a piece of art to him, and he felt like the other people just thought of it as a commodity.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So, everybody has different values that are important to them. And by having the maximum number of offers, you are going to be able to then line up the perfect buyer with our perfect seller.
Sure. That's our goal. Always
Right.
put perfect buyer, perfect seller. Yeah.
But you're not going to always get the perfect buyer if you don't have a lot of options. And staging actually helps do that, because with the emotional appeal that you create through the staging process, you're going to get a lot more interest. And it's hard for people to envision that because the market's so hot right now. But we want more than, like I said, 1, 2, or even 3. We want to see.
You're always going to increase. You always want to increase.
You always want to increase it, and with every increase, you create this frenzy. And the more the frenzy, the more the
frenzy.
Money,
I love using that word. I use it all the time. Like, we want a frenzy in this house. I use it all the time.
You need a frenzy.
that's
And
what you want.
people think 1 or 2 is a frenzy because it might not have been that way, a year ago.
Right.
But 1 or 2 is not enough right now.
Right.
I was with some clients today that closed today. They had a frenzy in a weekend. They had 53 showings in a weekend. That's pretty good.
That's a good frenzy.
That's a frenzy. That's a frenzy.
Yeah.
But I bet you it looked fabulous.
Yep.
I bet it was super spotless and
Well, it wasn't
clean.
staged by you because it couldn't look that fast.
But I'm
It was
just
my
saying,
eye.
there are some people that have a design aesthetic and they just live a little bit more simply. So, they're closer to being market ready than other people.
Yep.
But some people don't understand that.
Yeah.
And even a home that is really impeccably interior designed, it could be over the top. They could have spent a lot of money on these fancy designer brands and this and that. It can be too much.
Yep.
We're often telling people, pull down those heavy drapes, or, if there's 2 extra pieces of furniture in this living room, we need to make it feel bigger. So we can take a beautifully designed room and we still would stage it by paring back. But where do you par back? Where do you make it still feel?
What specifics,
Yeah.
right? Yep.
It's all about the specifics.
So let me ask this question. So vacant homes and occupied homes, what do you do differently there?
Well, there's actually 3 scenarios. So there's a vacant house, there's an occupied, vacant and occupied, or vacant would be when we bring in all the furniture and decor. We create a design scheme, and then we bring in the furniture, we lease it out for the whole package would be, including our service fee, would either be for 30, 60, or 90 days. Between the realtor and the home seller, you guys decide what is the best package for you.
Yep.
There's obviously more value in the longer term, which we encourage because we don't want a deal to fall apart.
Right. And we were talking about that a little before too, that if you take the furniture out, all of a sudden somebody might be like, you know what I mean?
Especially on a walkthrough.
And it might not, and it also might not appraise where you want it to, because it's not as fabulous as it was when the people first saw it.
Yeah.
So
Because appraisers, that's definitely what they look at.
well, they're emotionally,
Yes.
they're human beings
Yes,
too. Everybody says it's just
absolutely.
the numbers, and this house compared to that house. But I'm telling you, a house that has fresh paint down the road is not appraising for the same thing as one that's got wallpaper 2 doors over.
Yeah,
it's just
absolutely.
not.
Yeah, it's a very good point.
So
I totally agree with
the
you.
other part of that equation is to make sure that if that deal falls apart, you're not having to redo it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to make sure that
It's solid.
It's solid.
So walk me through. Somebody decides to use you for an occupied home. What happens?
So occupies, we have a couple of different scenarios. We have what we call, because of COVID, we created a virtual consultation, which is only a 1-hour process in total. We're on a Zoom call, or we'll do a FaceTime chat with people for a half an hour. We do it remotely. In that scenario, we work on the highlight room. So that might be perfect for just a house that the people just need a little advice.
Yep.
See that chair over in the corner? Yeah, that needs to go. Or, that paint color, what paint color is that? Because it's looking really gloomy on my video screen.
Yep.
So maybe we need to brighten up that room. I'll send you a new paint color for it. The excess amount of live plants that are almost dead, those need to go away.
Those are almost dead.
So anyway, but the stagers will still follow up with that with a list of priorities, so that people don't get hung up on the things that bother them the most.
Yep.
I think that's one of the most valuable things that we do in the consultation process, whether it be our little efficient one that we're doing now because of COVID, but we also do the on-site one, which is longer, and basically we'll go through the majority of the home with that other version.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to talk to the stager face to face, and often they can physically tag things that need to go away.
Because you're going to probably see a difference there, physically them being there.
It's not the same value.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, because if we can be there, we're going to be able to add a lot more value.
Yeah.
But the reality is sometimes right now with what's going on, people don't want us in their house. They want to keep it simple. Or there might be a listing agent that says, I'm willing to pay for that virtual one, but I'm not willing to pony up for the other one yet.
Yeah.
Right. Then we have the combo package, which is we would go into a vacant house and people don't live in it, but there could be furniture left behind.
Yep.
So what happens in that case is the stagers look at it and say, okay, I can use this, just this, and this, and they incorporate whatever is left over into the design plan, and then we bring in other pieces to fill in.
Okay.
And if it's so horrible,
Ooh.
we tell them, we would love to use grandma's sofa, but that plaid pattern is just not going to work.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do with
No,
that?
we really, we don't want to build a design scheme around that. And
Yeah.
it's not very much money for us just to bring a sofa while we're at it.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to just add that to the package.
Okay.
So then we would come back for a second visit after that initial consultation, because it's not a free preview in that case. It's actually a consultation, because we strategize during that meeting. Who's going to do what? What do you want to do so it saves you a little bit on your budget here? It's not just like, okay, you need to get this, and this, and this. No, we're going to bring all of this. But in the meantime, you still need to do A, B, and C.
Sure.
Before
it's
we
a partnership.
Right. It's a partnership.
Sure.
So we collaborate.
Okay.
So when we do that, there's this consultation fee, and then we have a supplemental package that we can bring to the house,
That's
like in 4 or 5 days later.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me ask this one. So what other services, and we kind of were making light of it a little bit, what other services do you guys offer?
Well, we do interior design.
Okay.
Yes, and we have, right now that's a little bit challenging for us, but we are doing interior design projects. I actually am working on 4 of them right now. So we have a little bit of a limited capacity because we have a few stagers out because of COVID. But, we do that.
It impacts everything. It just impacts everything.
We do model homes. We love model homes. We do spec homes for builders that might want a 6, a 9 month, or 1 month agreement on a stage because they're building a small community.
Mm-hmm.
We do some commercial design projects too. Like we've done several real estate offices where we redesign their lobbies and buy new furniture for their lobbies, or pick out the wallpaper, or that kind of stuff. So we've done quite a few of those as well.
So how did you get into this business? I'm very fascinated by all that you have to say here. And you would think, when I first learned about staging, that it was something you would just throw a few things here and do something here and there. There's a lot more to it there's a big thought process to it that you guys do. And where'd you learn where'd you develop that?
Well,
Did you go to,
well, you have to be born with like there's an instinct or a talent.
Okay.
You know, you have to have a talent for it. But I also have a business mind about it. I have a process with everything that we do and all the stagers because I want consistency in everything that we do.
Yeah.
So I do come from a corporate background. I was an executive at a retail organization, not to be named.
Not to be named. We didn't say it. Not to be named.
For 23 years, and I had to reinvent myself. We weren't going to move, you know, and there was no jobs. That was when the market was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband said, you know what, he came across this thing. He says, you know, there's this class for home staging. You would be great at that. Why don't you just go learn about it? Maybe that's something you can at least do that while you figure out what else you want to do. And
Sure.
so I took the class, and then about 6 months into it, I had to decide, do I want to get a corporate job or did I want to do that full time?
And you made the right choice.
Yeah, it was, you know, anytime you choose entrepreneurship.
Yeah. It's like, just keep piling the crap on. Exactly. Keep piling the crap on.
Entrepreneurship is what I like to call it. I'm going to write a book called Entrepreneurship.
I like it.
It'd be a big seller.
Huh?
Big seller.
I know, but because there's so much behind the scenes. I mean,
Yes.
you're wearing 25 hats in the beginning, and you know you're working till 11 o'clock at night, and you got, you know, it's just crazy. But you power through it because you believe in what you do. You know you're adding value. You know that what you are doing is making other people's lives easier.
Sure.
And less stressful. And yeah, is it fun? Sure.
Yep.
Sure, it's fun. But right now, for me, my role is more on the business side, where we have 5 stagers. We have an awesome, you know, customer service team that answers the phone and does the quotes and, you know, sends out all the agreements. We have 5 logistics guys that run our trucks. So we have 3 full-timers. We have 2 guys that are part-time, but that's why we can do it fast.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question. How fast, like if I called you Friday, how fast could you get there?
We would probably be able to do it Monday or Tuesday.
That's pretty good turnaround, 2-3 days. That's not bad.
Come out for consultation.
Yeah, we could probably
then-
we could probably do a consultation for an occupied in that amount of time, because what we do is then when we know somebody wants something, we ask what their availability is, and we actually know when our stagers are available. We have a master calendar, so we say it looks like so and so is available. So we say tentatively we'll pinch you in. We'll have to confirm that will still work. And then the stager will call back and say, yes, that works.
Fantastic.
So
Wow.
we can do it fast.
Yeah.
And, you know, typically in the summer, I mean, COVID has kind of changed everything, but in the summertime, typically we're staging 8 to 10 houses a week, along with picking up 6 or 8, you know,
Yeah,
but we have
some
4 trucks.
Yeah.
So
You got all kinds of stuff. So
we have all our
Turnover.
trucks. We have 5,000 square feet. We have over $500,000 in inventory.
Wow.
You know, so we're all in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're definitely all in. So let me ask this one more question, because we appreciate you and we want to get this one interesting thing. You've done a lot of work, so give us a good story from the road. Some interesting thing that the folks watching can be like, wow, no kidding.
Well, I think that, you know, one of the things that, you know, it's really rewarding when you can work on what I call an ugly duckling house.
Yep.
And people are like, you know, in the day we did a lot more of those. I mean, we're working on a lot of high-end homes, but a lot of people still say like, well, the house is under $100,000, so we don't need to stage it. I'm telling you, sometimes those are the ones that need the staging the most.
Yep.
Because nobody can envision the scale of the furniture. They can't envision, you know, how can this little ugly duckling actually look like somebody's home? How can we transition that? Because it's still somebody's palace.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It is.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
you're right.
somebody's palace.
Somebody, whoever wants to buy it or whoever's selling
You
it,
know, so you have to overcome all the obstacles. So, you know, we always like look at like, where does the TV go? Where do people eat? Where, if they work from home, where do they operate their computer? What things like that. But we staged a little house that had like 4 kinds of carpet and a hideous bathroom and things like this. And so we referred, you know, painters and a hardwood floor refinisher. And then we came in and staged it. And at the time, our inventory wasn't that great. I mean, It was like slipcover of a hideous sofa. And, you know, we were charging $1,000 or $900 for a stage at that time. You know, this was several years, you know, a lot of years ago. And what was really great is we actually got to meet the people who bought the house when we were picking it up.
Yeah.
And they told us that there was no way in the world they would have ever been able to envision this house as cute or endearing or workable or livable had we not staged it.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
really left
Wow.
them with, and that's why we do this, right? To solve the questions, to erase the objections.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're not hiding anything. We never hide a stain in the floor. We never hide a crack in the wall. But when a home is empty, those are the only things that people see.
Right.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So even in a fast market, you could get a price on that house because it will sell,
Yeah.
but it's not going to sell for that best price because those are the flaws that are going to come to fruition. And those are going to come to the conversation. You don't even want to have those conversations.
Right.
Right.
And when you can create a diversion,
Yeah.
not smoke and mirrors. It's
No,
just
but
about being a home,
well, like you said, they can't envision it. They
They
can't
can't
envision,
envision
that
it. So,
thing.
but once they envision it, they don't see the flaws anymore.
Wow.
You're not seeing the flaws. You're highlighting something else.
We're
that makes it
highlighting the
tougher.
positives,
Right,
which now
right.
weigh more than the
Right.
one or two minor flaws in a house.
So, Darla, would you do us a favor? Would you give the folks at home your number so that we could, if they ever need a stager?
Absolutely. So the name of the company again is Impact Home Staging Experts. And if you need a quick quote, we just do that over the phone. So
Yep.
you don't have to set up an appointment for that or not. Call 248-591-4290.
You give it to them one more time because sometimes people miss it.
You expect me to say that twice.
I do. Absolutely.
Nice and slow.
248
Yep.
591-4290.
Ladies and gentlemen, Darla from Home Stage, Impact Home Staging Experts. Thank you so much for coming on the show. You were amazing.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
guys are
Absolutely.
awesome.
Thank you very much.
Anytime we can help, we're here to help you guys out.
You are awesome. Thank you so very
We
much.
appreciate it. Thank
All
you.
right. So,
We have a few more things to finish up, so stick around.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
we
stick
want to
around.
help you finish up at the end of the show. We didn't go over it, but we.
that's
Oh,
okay.
that's
Nice
okay.
and easy.
Yeah,
Nice and easy.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Don, real quick, let's do this. Let's throw the question of the show up there one more time. Question of the show is,
What
what are you doing to enjoy the great weather? What are you
weather.
doing to enjoy the great weather? What are you doing to enjoy the great weather?
Did you do anything to Darla to enjoy the weather today?
Well, I went and got mine a little present today. But
So you went
Just
shopping,
sparkle,
so you
a little
were
sparkle.
indoors?
A little sparkle. That's what she got. A little
She
sparkle.
was indoors.
Then the good weather's everywhere all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
A lot of outdoor movie screens. Don. I saw that twice.
That's
I
already.
love that idea. I love
Outdoor
that
movie
I love
screens.
that
So,
idea.
We're gonna go to guys. We're gonna a couple more segments into the show left. We're gonna go to fan of the show, and today's fan of the show, Don. I've been thinking about it the whole show. I saw her pop up, and I was really excited me a whole bunch. The fan of the show is my good friend Margaret Edwards. Margaret Edwards is what
Margaret
you in
Edwards.
right here. Talking real estate, like Margaret, 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 Margaret. So in the chat, if you would, give us a little Margaret Edwards. Okay, give a little Margaret, 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 Margaret. That's what we're waiting for. So I see in the chat. That's what I gotta see. I gotta see some Margaret, Margaret, Margaret. There we go. All right. So last but not least, Don. Last but not least. Okay. After fan of the show, we got to look at consult. We're gonna mute the microphone today because somebody said we're not being appropriate on the microphone. So
Actually, yeah.
we're gonna. All right, so we're back, guys. Question of the show winners. We had to split it because there were two similar answers, but they were both good. Okay, so you guys know that the Wilkowitz family, I hang with those guys quite a bit. We got close during real estate, and I go there quite often. They do the craziest stuff. Okay, so Tom Wilkowitz is saying he got the setup for the outdoor movie theater. So, Tom, we're going to get you.
Tom, you get the top half.
That's right. No, we're going to get him another bottle. Sweet Heat from Mitten Maid Pickling Company. And then my good friend Rich Roberts, who donated last week, said they got 2 screens in the back. So 2 winners today for Question of the Show. Rich Roberts and Tom Wilkowitz. So Rich, Tom, Rich, Tom, Rich, Tom, Rich, Tom. Rich. Little round of applause. Little wave for him like that. Absolutely. So Rich, Tom, Rich, Tom, Rich, Tom. That's what we got going on, guys. So we talked about staging. We talked about renters becoming buyers. Okay. And we talked about the weather. Don, what else can we talk about?
We talked about City Spotlight.
We did.
Point.
East Detroit. It's still East Detroit.
We had a great guest, Darla. Darla, thank you for being on.
Thank you.
We
I
really
love it.
enjoyed it.
Impact home staging experts. And you want to talk about experts? She could have talked for hours. I get because we were just. I'm telling you, before the show, we talked to her like for all kinds of stuff. It was great. Absolutely great. So
Good
glad
time.
to have you.
Good time. Good
Okay.
time. I appreciate it.
I'm Scott.
I'm Don.
I'm Darla.
And we're talking real estate. See